Using Supreme's Sweet and Light prepared mix, I'm going to demonstrate how to make Danish pastries. Remember that the mixing times, yeast, water quantity and oven temperatures are merely a guide and will vary according to your bakery and machinery conditions. I've prepared a standard dough using Supreme's Sweet and Light prepared mix. Now I'm going to show you how to start the laminating process. Okay, first roll out your dough to the appropriate size. Over here, I have a mixture of butter and pastry fat. I've placed the fat on one side of the dough. We're now going to fold this side over to the center and this side back over the top. Give it a light roll. The Danish dough must now get put into a sealed plastic bag and placed into a fridge for around about an hour for the dough to relax, and then we can do the second fold. Now I can show you how to do the second fold, which is called a book fold. The purpose of lamination is to get alternating layers of fat and dough. You need to have a layer of fat, a layer of dough, a layer of fat, a layer of dough, a layer of fat, etc. Now we're going to fold the two outside edges to the center like that. Push it down and fold it over again. Now you can see how the different laminating layers are starting to build up. This will now go back into the fridge for a further hour. Now we can do another book fold. Right, once again, the two sides to the center. Give it a bit of a pat down. Fold it over. Okay, now we've completed the third book fold. The dough must now get placed into a plastic bag and put into the fridge overnight for processing tomorrow. This pastry dough, prepared from Supreme's Sweet and Light prepared mix, can be frozen for up to 3 months. Remember that the pastry dough must rest overnight in a fridge and in a sealed plastic bag. I've now finished rolling out the Danish dough. We're looking at a thickness of around about 5 millimeters. You cut off the bits on the side, get a nice straight edge at the top. Now we're going to cut them into strips and little blocks round about the size of a bench scraper. Approximately to there, put a little mark in. Maybe cut it with a pizza cutter. And the same in the opposite direction. Now we can start forming and filling our Danish doughs. The first thing I'm going to do is egg wash each individual piece of the Danish dough. This will help it stick together when you form them. Now I'm going to show you how to form a pastry diamond. You take your piece of Danish dough, fold it corner to corner, using a scraper, cut it all the way through. Then looking for the open sides, you just fold it across to the center, across the other side, and to the center. Find the open edges, across, leaving a small hole in the middle for your filling. Now we can add our filling. Just pop them in the center. Center. Right. Now we can start with the second shape, called a pinwheel. Using your bench scraper again, cutting from the sides, not all the way to the center, cutting all the way through. Not quite to the center. Now we take the one corner and fold it into the center and press it down. Consistency is key here. If you start on that corner, you must keep going with the same side. So you start on that corner, into the center. That corner, into the center, and that corner, into the center. I'm now going to finish off the pinwheels with some custard that I've already prepared. You just pipe a nice little rosette in the center of the pinwheel. The third folding method I'm going to show you is just a basic fold over. I have some prepared apple here with cinnamon and sugar in it. So you put the apple diagonally across the piece of the Danish dough. And this one is really easy. You just take the two outside edges, give them a bit of a stretch, fold it over, stretch this one very gently, fold it over, and try and make sure it goes all the way around and tuck it underneath. Right, the final step is to egg wash it. The Danish dough you can now leave it in your bakery for around about half an hour just to dry proof. Our baking specialists have a wealth of knowledge and are there to partner you and your baking team every step of the way. Your Danish doughs have now been dry proving in the bakery for 30 minutes. We're now going to add a little bit more egg wash. The Danish doughs are now ready to go into the oven. We'll bake them around about 220 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. We've now finished baking our Danish pastries. Next we have to glaze them. It's extremely important with any baked product that as soon as it comes out of the oven, you must apply the glaze immediately. Don't allow the product to cool down and then try and apply the glaze. There are many different ways of making a glaze. You can make it out of just plain sugar water, a syrup that has been thinned down, or you can buy a commercially available glaze. After you've applied your glaze, I'm now going to add a bit of fondant icing just to finish it off. Here we have some incredible light and airy Danish pastries. Supreme will not only deliver consistent quality products, they also provide your bakery with baking expertise to support the growth and profitability of your bakery. The success of your bakery and ultimately your customers is important to us. These recipes and other valuable information are available on the Supreme website.